Hi there, everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly use Hive tools. Hive tools are one of the many tools of the trade, but one of the main tools of the trade. And one of my biggest pet peeves with new beekeepers is improper use of a Hive tool. For those of us that have served in any kind of military capacity or worked in the trades, you know how important using the right tool for the right job is and using it properly. And so just like any of those other things, you need to understand how this tool works and how to use it properly. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. All right, folks. So these are the Hive tools that we're going to cover today. These are the three major Hive tools that are utilized in the beekeeping industry. Now, there are variations of each one of these, some that are shorter, some that are longer, some that might have padded handles, but they all are essentially the same concept as these three tools. And so I'm going to cover how to properly use each one of these as you're working a beehive. And it's super important because if you misuse these pieces of equipment, you will damage your beehive equipment. And so you need to make sure you're using these properly. Not only that, you will also make it a lot easier on the bees if you're using these tools properly. So let's go ahead and start with describing each one of these. The first one of these is the standard Hive tool. Now this is the Hive tool that pretty much everybody kind of starts with. It's kind of the industry standard, and it's got basically a couple different functions to it. So each one of these Hive tools serves both as a pry bar to separate boxes, but also to separate frames and help assist you in pulling them out. So let's take a look at this. This particular Hive tool has one sharp end and one curved end. Now the sharp end is the end that you use when you come up to a beehive and you're breaking apart boxes at those corners where all that propolis is. You use the sharp end for that. You also use the sharp end for things like cleaning up burr comb on the top of a frame. So if you have comb that's being built on the tops or bottoms of the frame, you can take that sharp edge and you can scrape it right along the top of that surface and get all of that off. Now, the other side of this is the hooked end. Now, the hooked end is for working inside the beehive. This particular end, the sharp end, you are not going to be using in the beehive. And let me show you why. So this curved end is specifically made so that you can break apart the propolis seals on frames. And the way that you do that is you insert this piece near the edge of a frame and you turn it. It's that simple. Other side, same thing. Turn it. That is how easy that is. Now, the thing that I see a lot of folks do with this particular Hive tool and all Hive tools in general is they use the sharp end to get in right between where these two pieces meet, where your bee frames come together. These two pieces right here, those edge pieces of the frame, that particular space right there, that's how you get your bee space. So by using a sharp tool and trying to break frames apart at that particular junction, what you end up doing is you end up wearing down these particular spots, and you will end up breaking them over time. And what that will do is that will actually reduce the amount of bee space between your frames, which makes it so that the bees can't work the frames as easily. So you do not want to use that sharp end to separate at that point right there where those two frames come together. Instead, you're using that curved end properly, placing it in between and turning it. Now, the other thing that these Hive tools have on them is this kind of round area right here. This is for removing nails. If you have stray nails that are coming out on a box, you can use that, hook onto there, and pull it out. So that's what that function is. Very simple use of a Hive tool. The next one is the J-hook tool. This is my preferred Hive tool. Now, this looks very different than the standard Hive tool. It still has a sharp end at one end, but it's got this funky looking J here at the back end. Now, the front end, just like the standard Hive tool, you use for scraping. You can scrape along the tops of your frames. You use that sharp end to break apart those propolis seals in between the boxes. But the thing that's unique about this one is you see that it does not have the curve like the standard tool, but what it does have on the front of it is this little lip right here, basically where this kind of ledge is. And that is how you separate the frames with this particular tool. Again, you never go between that joining spot right there on a frame. You always come outside of it. And the way that you use this is where that little lip is right here. You place that part of your Hive tool in between the two frames and turn it. And just like this, other side, and turn it. That is how you break apart the frames using the J-hook tool. Now, the nice feature and the thing that I really love about the J-hook tool is it offers you one more step of support, and that's in actually getting the frames out. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to take this J right here, and you're going to slip it in between the Hive body itself and the frame. And what you do is you slip that in between there, and you'll see there's a ledge right here on this other side. You slip that hook underneath one frame, rest that ledge on the other frame, and turn it, and it helps you pop that frame right out so that you can get your finger in underneath there. Now, the standard Hive tool, you can try to use that back end, that hook end, to get in here and help you pull these out, but you will break frames using this tool in that manner. Really, the way that you get frames out with the standard Hive tool is that you can kind of come in here and help yourself. You can kind of grab the bottom of that frame and help push it up. I've even seen people use the other end like this. If you rest it up against the other frame, you can get a little leverage that way. But to help you get frames out, the J-hook tool is far superior to the standard tool because of this functionality where you slip it in and it helps you pop those frames out. It's a pretty simple tool to use. The last tool that I'm going to share with you today is the Kent Williams Hive tool. Now, this is a little more expensive. These generally run about $10 to $12, the standard and the J-hook. This one you'll probably end up paying about 20 bucks for. Now, the difference between this one and the J-hook and the standard is it essentially incorporates the technologies of both into one Hive tool. You still have the sharp end that you use to break apart boxes and to scrape the tops and bottoms of frames with. You also have that hook, hook tool here at the back end. That is where you're going to be separating frames from one another with those propolis seals. But then it also offers you that handy dandy J function, and you do the same thing with this particular tool. You slip that J underneath the ledge of the frame and then rest that back end on the frame next to it and pops right out, just like so. This is the simplest way to use these Hive tools properly. The big thing that you will notice is by using Hive tools properly, it'll make it easier on the bees. Your equipment will last a lot longer. I cannot tell you how many, I've been doing this for 15 years. I can't tell you how many people I've seen breaking frames by improperly using Hive tools. Learn how to use these and learn how to use them well. The other thing I'm going to tell you, just as we're kind of doing this as well, is that when you start working boxes with your Hive tools, you always start from the outside. And so, like I was just showing you in all these demonstrations, we start from that outside, pull that outside frame out, and then work through the colony. Now, we'll cover this in more detail in another video, but that's essentially how you're going to properly use these Hive tools. I sure hope you enjoyed this little instructional video, and we'll see you at the next one.